No, I'm here, Tom is here, Meg's here, Barb is not here tonight, Chuck's here, Meg's here. Good evening. Is there anything for public comment this evening? For those of you that are guests, we'll just explain it so you know what it is. We have a segment of the board meeting that allows folks to come forward and speak to upwards of 5 minutes. Right. And if you're here as students and you need something signed at the end of the meeting, let us know. Okay? All right. Moving forward. It is a light agenda tonight, but we are going to be going to an executive session to discuss some stuff a little bit. But just one of the items that I want to bring forward is we did have the shared services meeting with all the supervisors and mayors of both the villages and the city. It was more of a debriefing from the Department of State, and I will keep you up to date as we move forward on that. So just a quick rundown of it. Before we go into an executive session today, there was a development and a need for Resolution 67, which is the emergency purchase of a submersible vectoral turbine pump and motor. So I'll have Mr. Rick read that.
Excuse me. Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh procurement policy outlines the requirements for purchase of goods and services under an emergency, and whereas the submersible vertical turbine pump at well number 1 has failed beyond repair and requires replacement, it is critical to maintaining the town's water supply. Whereas Mr. Paul Wright, Assistant Superintendent of Water and Wastewater Department, has obtained a quote in the amount of $5,500 plus delivery costs. The quote has been reviewed by Mr. Scott Stoddard, Director of the Water and Wastewater Department. Whereas the new pump, motor, built and delivery is estimated 3 to 4 weeks, therefore be resolved that the town board is hereby authorized the said purchase of pump, and it be further resolved the supervisor be and hereby authorized to sign all related documents relative to the purchase from the account of SW 6-8320-2000. And it be further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Scott Stoddard Water and Wastewater Director.
Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Costick. Is there a second? Lefebvre. Any discussion?
Is this a variable speed pump?
I believe so, Tom. Ultimately, the bigger part to it is the lead time, and if we don't get the pump, there's problems with it.
Yeah, but, you know, if we can, keep working on variable speed pumps.
Yep. All right. Seeing nothing further, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. So does carry. Thank you. The only other materials in your packet is going to be some draft materials for minutes. At this point, I would accept a motion to go into executive session to discuss the employment history of 3 particular individuals and also the certiorari work that's ongoing and pending litigation with Key Bank. Is there a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
Good. Lefebvre. Time. 6:03.
That was a quick meeting.
Did I miss it?
6:03. Can I get a roll call? Right.
Thomas Whip,
Yes.
Meg Lefebvre,
Yes.
Charles Costa,
Yes.
Mike Ashton.
Yes. We'll go into executive session, but we'll sign stuff for you before we need to leave. No action to be taken, so, all right.